How's it going, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome back to Crafting Cars. Today we're going to be working on the Chevy Sonic. After I finished the coolant temp sensor issue that I was running into, the car was running great and fine. Then it did end up throwing a new check engine light, so I checked that one out. It's the P0420, which is an oxygen sensor catalyst system efficiency below threshold, something like that. So since it's saying catalyst efficiency, I'm going to assume it's bank 2, which is the post cat. It didn't actually specify bank 1 or bank 2. So I'm going to throw in the post catalytic converter O2 sensor, which I got right here. It's just a Bosch. It's a direct plug and play replacement. So that should make the job a lot simpler and a lot easier. You can get universal ones, but you got to replug or depin it, pin the new one that you want to use and stuff, and it's more of a hassle, and it was actually more expensive than the direct plug and play. This is like 50 bucks or something like that. So I'm going to jack the car up. I've been spraying down the O2 sensor with some PB blaster. Hopefully it'll pop free pretty easy, and the new O2 sensor does come with some anti-seize already on it. I'll probably goop some extra stuff on there, just go to town with it. And to make this job a whole lot easier, I did finally pick up a new socket. I should have had one of these a long time ago. Looks like this. It's got that little chamfer or cutout, which will make it a lot easier to slip over the factory oxygen sensor. You can just pull the plug wires off to the side. That way you can get a wrench on the top. So it just makes it so that you don't have to cut your wires, and you can tighten it down a lot easier, and you don't have to use a wrench on it, so you can get a lot more torque on it with a breaker bar or something like that. So I'm going to jack the car up and we're going to get started. Alright, as you can see, you got the car jacked up, and we're just going to slide right on underneath here. Look right up there. That one right there, that's going to be your pre-cat. Here is your catalytic converter, and so if we just follow this pipe back just a little bit further, boop, there is your post-cat one. So you can see it's got a real small pigtail on it right here, and it just plugs in right here. The whole wiring section of it's probably only like, I don't know, 8 inches or something like that. And there's actually a ton of room on this back side, so that's probably where I'm going to be having my breaker bar to try and bust it free from this side. So I'll throw you on the old tripod, try and get you a good view, and let's bust her loose, huh? Alright, so I got it off. Here it is right here. I did end up having to cut the wires so I could get the wrench on there, because the socket was just a little bit too tall. So I wasn't able to get any good angle to put any real pressure on it to try and break it free. And that sucker was on there. Oxygen sensors are notorious for being very tough to get off. So I ended up going with this little wrench here. And it's actually a pretty good time to show off this tool, like that. And what it does is, when you put it on a wrench like this and twist it, you can go as far up or as far away as you want, but you end up being able to get a lot of torque on it. It's just a little breaker bar specifically made for wrenches, and I got this one from Matco, but I think they make them at other places too. I'm sure Harbor Freight has some option or version of that. So now I can go ahead and grab the new one here. Now these things don't really have torque spec or nothing like that. It's got a crush washer, so it's good and tight. And while I was down there, I actually noticed that the Sonic is gonna have or has had an exhaust leak, and I just didn't know because you couldn't hear it. Thought the flex pipe broke free, and it was all super rusted, like it had been broken for a while. So I'm gonna probably jump online here today, see if I can get a new mid pipe coming back, and who knows, maybe I'll do a down pipe and everything else all the way back. But these aftermarket parts for these cars are so cheap because it's a cheap car. So, but yeah, so now I'm just gonna do what I said and finish this project on up. Alrighty guys, so we got the new oxygen sensor in, and as you saw at the end of it, that last clip, the mid pipe is busted, that flex joint. It's pretty common for those things to rust out. It's really thin material and there's a lot of movement there, so it just works itself free and ends up rusting through, which is exactly what happened here. Now I already called like O'Reilly's and stuff to try and see if they had any. Since it is a pretty common economy car, they couldn't, none of the guys there on the phone could find it or anything, and I tried AutoZone too, they couldn't find one in their system. So I jumped online, and ZZP, which is like a performance company for these cars or whatever, they have a new mid pipe, and if I do that, then I might as well go and get a new downpipe, and that should be pretty fun. It's also the new downpipe is a cat delete. So we'll see what we have to do to make the O2 sensors happy for that. Probably have to back them off or something. And then for now, I cleared the check engine light, turned her on, no check engine light, so that O2 sensor was bad. That's all happy, the check engine light's gone. And it must have had that exhaust leak for quite a while because it's still just as quiet as it was before. But now that I know about it, I want to get in there and replace it before it does get too loud and too obnoxious. So until then, that's all that I have for you guys today. Don't forget to tune in next Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I think we're going go-karting here next weekend, so we'll probably bring you guys along for that. And a couple other things. We'll get you some nice helmet cam footage and stuff and see who's the fastest. So appreciate you guys sticking around, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.